Hola, good evening, everyone. So, tonight I definitely won't be going on camera. I have been so busy. I'm showered, but I haven't put. Hi, sweets. Hi, Sarah. Hey, Dreamy. Hi, Health, Wealth, and Hope. Hi, Kirsten. Hi, Amanda. So, I don't know if anyone has been watching any of Bad Influence on Netflix. It was brilliant. Well, sadly, I'm saying it was brilliant, but it was really, really well done and very enlightening. Something that I think that has to definitely be addressed because it is about child exploitation on social media platforms. And I think we've all seen that, like people posting their kids' content with their children. And I know everybody's different and we all do things differently. It's strange, isn't it? Do you know, I'm trying to open my own live. Kirsten, how wild was that? Sorry, bear with me a second. So I uploaded a new intro that I'd made and the music didn't upload to it, so I don't know why. I'll need to sort that out. Oh, I put her picture as my thumbnail and it's disappeared. That's the strangest thing ever. Hi, Wind Whispers. Hi, Cooch. See, I couldn't see half the people in my chat there. That's so weird. No shiver. I have had the busiest couple of days. I spent my whole day yesterday at the beach with my grandson hunting for geodes. And we had a hammer and a chisel. I bought a geode kit and we hammered these open. Like we were looking at them and we found what he claims is a geode. I'm not so sure. But he was delighted, so that's the most important thing. And today I've spent the whole day in my garden working on the handrail and I am burnt. I didn't realise it was so sunny and so warm. Good for you, Coach. So I started watching this Bad Influence and I was really, really blown away. So, first of all, I had her mum as my thumbnail and that's been removed. Why is that being removed? That's the strangest thing ever. So, this is Tiffany Smith with her daughter Piper. And Piper, from a really, really young age, enjoyed the camera. She was outgoing, she was lively, she was fun. And Tiffany saw this in her. Now, Tiffany separated from her husband when she was pregnant. He left her when she was pregnant with Piper. And I don't know if that's instilled something in her, a determination to succeed without him, to make sure Piper succeeded without him. I don't know. But it became really strange. Oh, thanks, Coach. Yes, they do have a lot of influence with your show, but that is so funny. I'll check my emails. No, nothing. Not an email about it. It's just the thumbnail was the picture of Piper's mum, Tiffany Smith. So she was bringing Piper up, and they were doing content like with different people, but they ended up in a show called Dance Twins that was on TV. Now, on this show, Tiffany could be seen saying to Piper, "We really want a first in this one. We really want a first with this one." And Piper's like, yeah. She's only a kid, maybe 8 years of age, 9 years of age, approximately. And she's just talking away to her. But it was very evident that she wanted her daughter to win, to succeed. And she was involved with different people, but that gave her a bit of success and made her more well known. No, it's in America. Oh, Cooch, this is big. This is big. So Piper Rockell has got millions of followers on YouTube. Millions of followers. No, Wind Whispers. This is about child exploitation. This is about a young girl and her friends who've been exploited by a mother on YouTube. So when she was on Dance Twins, Piper met a little friend there called Corinne, or Corinne, depending how you say it. And they hit it off so well that, you know what kids are like, oh, we want to get together. It turned out they only lived 20 minutes away from each other. So the mums would get together with the kids, and then it was, can Corinne come over? But Tiffany started recording them, and she was uploading. Now, one of the first ever videos was of Piper and Corinne. In fact, I'll see if I can find it. I'm going to be careful with this one though, because if her picture was removed so quickly, that's a little bit concerning. A little bit concerning. So Piper at the moment has 12 million followers. Wow, 12 million followers. So the very first picture, Piper Rockell and Corinne, because that's the video that really started it off. And it was a pumpkin patch. Why can't I see it? Hi, Marsha. Yes, she's demonetized on YouTube, but it just shows you that she can get that thumbnail removed like that. So she started putting her daughter out there on social media, on YouTube, and a lot of people really became interested in that, and like kids started following it. Sadly, about 80% of the following are not children, but older, creepier people. That's who's watching these kids. But the mother saw an opening here, and she realised the first video took off. So she kept uploading content, and she realised this will make money. So, and the other mums seemed quite naive. Like, they didn't know they were going to be making money, but it is what it is. So they started making content, and Tiffany wanted to keep bringing in new people. Now, she started uploading videos with Hunter, this guy Hunter. Hunter was 17 or something at the time. And they were playing it off that Hunter was Piper's brother. He wasn't her brother. In reality, Hunter was having a sexual relationship with Tiffany, her mother, who was much older. So, hi Irish lass. Oh, really? So, what found the guy as in, right, let's get to that. So, Tiffany was using Hunter, and Hunter had good ideas, and Hunter was, he was good at the record. He was recording the videos and sort of guiding them. The ideas were Tiffany's. So she would get the kids to do things, and she would direct them, and I want you to do this and I want you to do that. But she realised she wanted more kids involved. Hi, PMR or Party Rock. So she was bringing more kids in, and what she was trying to build was a squad. So she realised this squad was very popular online. And she also realised that these kids were kids. Piper herself was a preteen. And even family members and stuff realised, like, she was getting gifted really, like, an insane amount of gifts of people. In fact, of one person, who Megan was the name that was gifting her all these gifts. But her, Hunter, and Tiffany, Hunter, and Piper were together. Now, she's obviously started making a bit of money. Now, she became friendly with Piper, and Sophie became friendly. They had met on a show, or was it when they were doing another? They were recording for someone else. And another child seemed to be getting more lines than Piper. Tiffany came in shouting and bawling, going absolutely nuts, dragged Piper out and said, Sophie, you need to come. And Sophie was like, absolutely not, I'm not going. She was staying where she was. She was only a child, but she was staying where she was. And she dragged Piper out. They chased her down to a petrol station, but no, she definitely left. So she was pissed. So after that, that's when she decided, nope, we're doing our own content. That is it. So she started doing their own content, but Piper's channel was really, really growing. And the other mothers were starting to question, like, oh, is this monetized? And she was saying to them, yeah, but basically, I think Vault's working. Basically, they're getting exposure. But these parents didn't realise, Kirsten, these parents didn't realise at first, she's actually making money. And she's posted. And the thing was, Tiffany didn't even say to these parents, is this okay? Is it okay if we record with your child and post it? She never said that. But she did become close to Sophie's mum. And it seemed to be working out well for them. Sophie's mum had also moved to LA, and things were hard there for them. She was a single mother. She was trying to make it. So they all decided to move into the one house together. It made sense with the rent they were paying and stuff, both of them. So they got together this big, beautiful house, perfect for filming content. So it was Piper, Tiffany, Hunter, Sophie, and her mum. They all lived in the one house. When they were filming, and even when the parents were coming, the parents were sort of kept to the side. They weren't always around the actual filming. They were sort of kept, what did they called it, in the back of the house. They were always kept in the back of the house. There was always a reason to keep them there. So they weren't actually watching what was going on. They didn't realise what their kids were filming. It became evident that things weren't always what they seemed. And Tiffany was really, really inappropriate with the children. She also used her dog. Was it a dog? There was a pug. She had a pug. And she would use the pug to speak in another voice while the kids were recording. So she wouldn't be in the recording. The pug would be in the recording. But she would say things to the children that were really quite mean. So she was using the dog to insult the kids. Really quite wild, the way she was acting. But these are impressionable young kids. It was quite hurtful to some of them. And it blows my mind. I'm trying to put this into some sort of context because it just blows my mind how much this woman got away with. She built this squad and made them all feel that they were really lucky to be there. So there's a squad there. Now see the girl top back left. I think that's Eliana from Dance Moms. I recognise that girl. If anybody ever watched Dance Moms, I think that is Eliana. The girl next to her was actually Piper's cousin through marriage. But so they had this squad. This made Tiffany a lot of money. At one point, Tiffany was banking $500,000 a month. A month. Crazy, crazy money. Crazy money. The dead cat. That was Lenny, wasn't it? So, yep. And they also took 10% of those kids' monies for Hunter recording and them editing the videos. So because the parents were starting to question, like, they're all appearing in Piper's videos, this is making a lot of money. Tiffany decided they should all have their own YouTube channels. Oh, you need to watch it, Wind Whispers. It's absolutely amazing. So they all started, so they would all cross-promote each other and do posting from all the different kids' videos. But as somebody else has said there too, Tiffany was in control of everything and everyone. If any of the children stood up to her, she wasn't happy about it. Oh, Party Rock. It's about a show. It's on Netflix called Bad Influence. You need to watch it. It's about this kid, but it's Tiffany Smith is the mum who exploited her child, but she made her millions. But she exploited a whole group of children. But there's so much came out on the back of this. As I said, she realised during this, if she coupled two of these children up, like a boy and a girl, so she paired Piper up with Gavin, who is the boy with the dungaree, the red dungaree. That's Gavin. So they would put them into little couples, and this is called a ship. When they do this online, it's called a ship. So that ship was Piper and Gavin. There was another ship with Sophie and Jensen. Sophie's not in this picture. Jensen's the boy second on the right with the black hair. Yes, Irish lass. So Piper was getting all these gifts from someone called Megan. Megan was actually running the Piper fan page. Megan turned out to be an elderly man. The kids, Tiffany said to one of the other mums that she sent Megan other pictures of Piper, like pictures that weren't out there, to Megan, the elderly man. And this is why he was sending like Gucci bags. Like he was sending crazy gifts. Tiffany would say, "Oh, Piper, there's Megan on the phone." And Megan would take the phone. "Hi." I'm sorry, that's pimping out your daughter. In my opinion, you are pimping out your daughter when you do that. Yep, they certainly did. The other thing was, as it turned out later on, Tiffany was also sending Piper's underwear that she'd been wearing to this elderly dude. Wow, oh my God. Wow. Hi, Vault. Well, I don't know, sweets. Tiffany Smith was sending Piper's dirty underwear to men online, like Megan. I can't believe it. And she was saying to the other mums, like, yeah, basically, why wouldn't you? She exploited, sexualized, used her child. She pimped out her child. 100% she pimped out her child. It's okay, Vault. When you're sending, and we're talking about a child that was 11 and 12. She was sending out her dirty underwear. I can't get my head around this. But the little, hi, Stephanie. There we go, Wind Whispers. There we go. Yes, she should be in prison, but she's not. What girl? That other girl. Oh my God. This is crazy. So while the kids were filming, so what she would do is she'd say to the kids, basically, I'm talking about these kids are 11, 12, 13. Try and get them to kiss and things so she could film it and they could put it online using really provocative thumbnails. On the thumbnails, she was beefing up the boys' bodies. She was enlarging the girls' breasts and like pulling in their waists. She was sexualizing these young children on the thumbnails. Oh, thanks, sweet. I am absolutely mind blown at this. Absolutely mind blown. But Tiffany was in control of everything. And she started saying to Gavin, now this little boy, second left, with the red dungarees, he was only about 11 or 12, and she was saying to him, do you get a boner when you look at me? Do you get a boner when you look at me? And laughing. Even at that young age. There was another time. Her name's Tiffany Smith. She grew her daughter's YouTube channel. Her daughter has 12 million followers on YouTube. So don't get me wrong, they were using a lot of bots. That's one thing they were using, was a lot of bots. So the numbers are not probably, but maybe 9 million, but millions of followers. And she would try and get the kids to do things, and then it was like things they would do, copy everything my crush does. So if he took a drink, the girl would take a drink. If he brushed his hair, the girl would brush her hair. Then the boy was told in the video, take off your top. Now that other girl was only 12. He took off his top and she's like, you win. But they were saying, no, like, pull up your top. The girl was like, no way. Even at 12, she was like, no way, no. Really trying to sexualize these children. And she was just making horrible comments. Gavin's mum was so appalled, she pulled Gavin out. She was like, we're done, we're gone, we're out. Immediately, Tiffany started interviewing for Gavin's replacement. So, like, they were called Pavin. Then they brought in Walker, who, not unlike Gavin, he was a little blonde-haired, cute boy. That was Piper's new boyfriend. I mean, this stuff is wild. Tiffany was saying to these kids, when are you going to start doing other things outside of kissing? These kids were 12. She was trying to encourage them to become sexual. I know, wind whispers, but this is why I think it's got to be spoke about, because it's such a serious subject. And we're watching our kids, my grandkids, watch not particularly these children, but children online, young people online. And I'm now looking at them differently. Ones that I think are funny, but now I'm thinking, right, what's going on behind the scenes there? I think this is important that we know that these things are happening. So, because they're trying to appeal to other young people, and I even see it with my granddaughter, and she just turned 7. She's obsessed with people on YouTube that she follows. She sings a song. She really into it. Yes, they were isolated, completely shunned and isolated. So when Gavin left, nobody was to have any contact with Gavin. Nobody was to follow Gavin. Gavin was no longer, hi, Days. Yes, Days, exactly. And we don't realise the impact of this. But it was crazy. And like that, they had a cat who had died, and she would talk in a voice and say it was Lenny, the dead cat. Our behaviour was crazy. Yes. That's how she also affected their channels. She would stop the bots, they would lose subscribers. She would report them. She would link their channel to P sites, which would affect their following, it would affect their views, it would affect them on the algorithm. Like, she knew what she was doing, and obviously did, because I used her picture as my thumbnail earlier and it's disappeared. Completely disappeared. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But this woman was using these kids, exploiting these kids, sexualizing these kids. But as it would later on come out, there was also a form of sexual abuse going on too. The stuff she was doing was wild. She said to a little kid, like a young kid, "Have you ever given a BJ?" And the child was like, "What's that? What's that?" And she was laughing, like really laughing, and saying, "Well, me and Hunter could show you later what that is. We could show you what it is." And they were really, really laughing. Hi, Gypsy. But Piper was like, "Mum, stop, Mum, no." What concerns me there is that other child didn't have a clue what she was talking about. That child was about 11. Did Piper know what that was? And if so, how did she know what that was? Like, that's a worry. As I said, she was trying to get these kids to kiss and encouraging them to do different things. It was just crazy. And even like they get fake police to come in, pretend to arrest one of the children. Other children were distraught, sobbing, crying. It was just all a prank. So Jensen, second right at the bottom. Oh, Wind Whispers, I don't know why she's not in prison, honestly, because it didn't go to court. It should have went to court. But Jensen's mother and one of the other kids' mothers got together and said, "Look, we need to do something. We need to get out of this." But they were also wanting to get out of it and save. Hi, Jen. They would also want to save their kids' careers as such. So Jensen's mum get Jensen's dad involved because he was very level-headed, let him speak to her, He got her on the phone and she talked him round. He sided with her, but I think what she spoke to him about is money. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. And Jensen wanted to be there. So the father then sided with her. And because it only takes one parent to agree to like their child being filmed, that was okay. Ended up that woman filed for divorce to try and get sole custody of her son. And her son really turned against her because Tiffany was turning her son against her. Oh, really, Days? See, that's strange as well. Kids are always sick. That's strange. So parents would come and go, or she would fall out with them. And at one point, she actually had a CPS show up, and she had told Piper and Sophie, who lived there, "You must say this, you must say that, like, you've got a great life." Social services showed up. They saw a mansion. They saw two girls really well dressed. They saw a clean house. They didn't see a problem. And they probably thought, she probably told them it was jealousy. But apparently it had been another mum who had been involved, who did call. So unfortunately, Jensen, I think he became quite estranged from his mum. But they were doing horrible pranks. Like Piper collapsed one day, pretended her leg was broken, she fainted, and they were carrying her, running and crying, and it was all a prank. Like, it's not funny, it's sick. But that's not as bad as the stuff like her trying to sexualise these children. But when it really did kick off, because Tiffany's sister was married to a woman and her children were involved. And it was her daughter that she was trying to get the top lifted up. And the daughter was like, no way. They'd had enough. These kids wanted out. It ended up that they felt they were working 14-hour days, constantly filming content, constantly being told what to do. It wasn't fun anymore. And because there's no child labour laws attached to this, YouTube, other social media platforms, Tiffany wasn't bound by any laws. Because it's all in the name of fun. It's all in the name of these kids are happy. I mean, they know when kids are filming and things, they've got to do so many school hours. So they were being homeschooled, and I will say that very loosely. That's definitely Eliana that's in the back of that picture. And again, how desperate is her mum to get that girl on camera? How desperate. Because she wanted her own dance moms. So a lawsuit was filed by 11 different people. 11 different people. And when they got together with, I think it must have been lawyers and stuff, when they were filing, and they started speaking to the children started opening up about the sexual things that Tiffany was doing. And I mean, even one of the young, one of them was only 9 years of age. And she was terrorising these kids. These kids felt that their innocence had been taken away because she exposed them to things they were far too young to even understand. But grabbing kids, pinning them down, and rubbing her hand all over them, saying, "This is Lenny's D." Lenny is the dead cat. "This is Lenny's D all over you." Like, what is that? One of the other kids was transgender, female to male. His name is Regan Beast, he got called online. And he was 17 years of age, and they were filming. It was on his channel. They were filming. Tiffany was there. Tiffany was drinking. Tiffany decided she wanted on camera, and then grabbed Regan, who was only 17, still a minor, and kissed him on camera, on a live. Now, just behind her there is Piper. Piper grabbed her head and pulled her away, and then she went back in for another kiss. Now, he was only 17, he was a minor. Why is she not in jail? Seriously, at this point, why is she not in jail? So she went back in for a second kiss. I said, poor Piper. I mean, even for her to watch this, how screwed up must that girl be? Regan decided, no, ending the live. He ended the live, left shortly after, and then kept his distance from then on. Didn't want anything more to do with him. And you hear these kids say that all the same. Some of them were frightened to leave because this was their career. I mean, one of the parents said, when their daughter started her YouTube channel, when it kicked off, she suddenly started getting $50,000 a month. Crazy, crazy money. But Piper was bringing in $500,000 a month. I mean, surely she should be set for life now. So the lawsuit went ahead and it gets settled out of court. So it was settled for, and I don't understand this, $1.97 million split 11 ways. I don't really think that's enough. I really, really, really don't think that's enough. I think Tiffany should have been prosecuted. I think Tiffany should be in jail. I think she has pimped out her daughter to older deviant men online. I think she's put it at risk. And as somebody said, I was listening to somebody else talk about this story online earlier, and one of the parents saying when their child started posting, well, the first video went up, and before you knew it, they had 1 million views and 1 million subs. And they were really, really shocked, like, oh, wow, this is great, not realising that's not normal. But as they said, it's 1 million people looking at your child. 1 million people you don't know looking at your child. And as it turns out, at least 80% are older people. Much older people. Now, why would much older people be watching these kids? It's completely messed up. Completely messed up. I mean, there's the video evidence. What was strange about this? So that boy said she kissed him and came in again, and it was on his live. On his live. He said the next morning the video was gone, and there was no trace of that video anywhere online. The video had completely disappeared off the face of the earth. How can this happen? How has her picture disappeared from my thumbnail? I can't go over that. Did anybody see it earlier? At all? I didn't see it till after I started and went to look at my own live. I mean, I can honestly show you here. This is so strange. That is so strange. Wow. I need to show you this. I need to get a cable and connect this, because this is wild. Okay. This is absolutely crazy. Hello. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to upload a picture that I've just took the screenshot. Crazy. Oh. Sorry, I'm just waiting my photographs to load. I'm mind blown at that. I am mind blown. Okay. Oh, the computer's been awkward. Right, hold on. Can you all see that? So at the very, very top of that picture, at the very, very top, see that who's Tiffany Smith? That's my thumbnail. That's the picture I chose. See if you go and look at YouTube now, the front of my live says, "Thank you for watching." The picture is gone. It's gone from my thumbnail. It's not there anymore. It's on my restream because they can't touch my restream. But for some reason, it's been removed from YouTube. Now, I don't know if this is because YouTube have made a lot of money off of Piper Raquel, and they don't really want to take any responsibility for. Oh, thank Whisper. Hi, Christoph. Thank you, Wind Whispers. That is so weird. So they've removed her picture. Wow. Why? I'm really shocked at that. Justin and a girl kissing. Oh. So when I go to look at mine, no, it just says thanks for watching. Like, but that's not the thumbnail I used. That's wild. Oh, sorry. I'll show you what I can see. This is what I can see when I look at my life. But I'd put her photograph there. Well, there you're right there, Tiffany Smith. And that's when Piper, and that's when Piper was a little younger. That's Piper, a bit older. Piper's about 18 or 19 now. And the other children speak about Piper being depressed. And I'm not surprised. Pablo is downstairs. He has been outside all day sunbathing. Thanks, Zeus. He had a gardener here earlier, and he was a little pain in the ass with that gardener. But I must admit, so I've finished my spray paint, and I think it's come along quite nice. Well, I'll show you that. Another new plant, PMR. Another one. Good for users. Christoph, honestly, my mind is blown. Christoph, did you watch the Bad Influence documentary? Did you actually watch it on Netflix? I need to show you this. I think because I'm in it. Hang on, I'll go out and come back in. Right, let's see if I can play this little video for you. I've done my first coat on the handrail. Definitely needs a second coat. I've used one can of gold already. I've never used cans of spray paint, so this is new to me. But compared to this, look at this. That's how it was. So I'm quite liking that colour. I want to round two and I need to buy another 2 cans. Well, that's not what I was wanting. Now I don't know how to get it bloody off. Get it off! Get it off! Go here. Yeah, let's put that one. It is getting there. So I've actually done all 2 coats. Did I take a video tonight? I probably took it in the other phone. Please tell me I did. I thought I had. Delete. Oh, I wonder if I forgot to take a video tonight. I know. So I finished that part. My decking's getting done Wednesday, Thursday, and I had a gardener in tonight to just give me a price for levelling out the rest of the garden and how much it would cost to, because they need to level it, then they need to compact it, then they need to put sand down, then it's black, like the black covering, and then it's the fake grass. Oh, okay, Zeus. Oh, good. I'm glad, Zeus. I'm glad. So I had a gardener here tonight to give me a price for that, and he quoted me just under £3,000. And there's no way I have just under £3,000 for this garden. So I won't be using him. So I've got another guy coming tomorrow, and if he gives me a better price, we'll see. But otherwise, I might not get it levelled because I'm not going to pay that sort of money for it. Do you, Denise Ann? So what they're saying is it's not just the levelling. I need to put sleepers around the certain parts of the garden so that it obviously stays. But I was disappointed to hear that. I thought £3,000? No thanks. Yeah. I mean, I've got a couple of thousand there, but I don't. If I can help it, I don't want to use it all. But 3,000, I was like, no way. Can't be doing that. So, PMR, did you watch that documentary? If not, you need to watch it. I know, so me too. See, that's the thing. I just think that they could just level the ground and it'll all be good. I'm not thinking about how they're going to hold up the sides in my garden. I definitely am not thinking about that. Oh, Denise Ann, I wish you were here. I would definitely let you use mine. You can bring that bobcat with you when you come to Scotland. Oh, you need to watch it. Party Rock, you definitely do. You definitely do. Okay. I'm back. I'm right here. No, I had to go and grab it back in. There's a need help button at the bottom of the chat window, and I just wish it would go away because I don't need their help. And any time I've clicked on that, it brings up a window that I can't get rid of. It's just a nightmare. Like, just go away. I need to get Cooch to show me how to get rid of this shit. So I'm thinking of getting more plants. Because I'm actually looking after the ones that I have, which is a big first for me. Oh. How's your big plant getting on? The fancy one, the one is it green and white? One half of the leaves green and the other half's white. That is the most amazing looking plant I think I've ever seen. And my little herbs are still growing, which I'm loving. I am loving that. Oh, what's your dream plant? Hasta plant. Is that what it is? Party Rock Hasta plant? Is that? Oh, that's a pretty plant as well. Well, that's a beautiful. Oh, Amazon sells that plant, did he, son? Ooh. Hi, Snuggle Bunny. String of frogs. Oh. Did she? Trust that vault. I don't think that's the frog I'm thinking. The plant I'm thinking of. It's the one that half it. How are you, Snuggle Bunny? Snuggle Bunny, have you watched that documentary Bad Influence about the mother who has exploited her child and other children? Monstera Albo Half Moon Denise. Oh. That I'm going to Google. Monstera. Hi, Bambi. Yes, that's the one. That's a beautiful plant. Yep. Bambi, have you watched that one? You need to watch it. Oh. Etsy sell it as well, you know. Oh, it's a beautiful plant. How was your weekend, Bambi? Jen, we are having a heat wave. We are having a heat wave. And it's been absolutely glorious. Oh, yes, I did, Christoph. And honestly, that as well. That was wild. But I think they're doing another series. I hope they're doing another series. Every series they do, they say this is the final series. No, it's not. Bambi, you need to watch it on Netflix. It's about a mother. She's like a stage mom, but she has exploited her daughter. And as far as I'm concerned, pimped her daughter. Yes. But her daughter's channel is 12.9 million subscribers. But honestly, at what cost? It's absolutely disgusting. Some of the things that mother has done. Southern Fried Lies is good too. Oh, okay, Denise. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love that. Yep, and they've got to. That's the thing. They've got to now. Yep. The amount of young females that disappear, just disappear. It's so scary. So frightening. And I think with social media as well, we're in a different era. A completely different era. So many more dangers than what there was when we were young. When we were young, so many more dangers. Well, different dangers. Yeah. A sign of the times. It's frightening being a parent. It really is. It's scary to be a parent. Oh, Jamie, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Didn't have to do that, Jamie. Wow, really? Sweets, you want to come up and speak about that other story you were talking about? If you're busy, it's fine. Oh, wow. Yeah, I agree, Bambi. Oh, really, Irish lass? The one about the other one you were talking about the 11-year-old that get pregnant with that mother? Yes, yes, that one. I know, I know. Okay. I honestly fear for my grandchildren. No, she only gets sued, but they settled out of court, Christoph, for 1.97 million, and it was shared between 11 people. But I feel they sold out. I feel that they should have kept that going, because what was it about then? Was it about the money? Because the channel was demonetized. I agree, Bambi. It's crazy. And then you've got to worry about all these school shootings and whatever as well that happen. So if you're not frightened, it's scary to be a parent. Hi, sweets.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yep, hear you perfectly fine. How are you?
I am doing well, and you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. I've been busy.
So, I follow the Dad Challenge podcast and I highly recommend. He is from Canada. He's really funny and he talks about child exploitation on YouTube. He calls
Mhm.
those moms and dads out
Cool.
and he's really funny.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, definitely. He has it in for, I don't know if you've ever seen of the Doherty dozen.
No, I
I think
haven't.
I shared one video with you. Let me put the chat. But oh, why can't I put the chat? That's weird. It won't let me.
What is it?
So know that I'm trying to see the chat on screen and it won't let me.
Oh, it's
So
annoying.
with Daniel Cohn, so it's a similar story to Piper, but it's just her. There you go. Um, it's just her. The girl is covered in tattoos. Mind you, the mom hides her age. The girl is, I think now she's 18. But when she first started this, she was like 10 or 11. She has done videos of how she had a DNC when she was 11 years old. Okay?
What?
The mom lets boyfriends sleep over. I mean, live there.
My God.
They used to live in Los Angeles, and it's illegal for you to get tattoos. It doesn't matter if you have the parents' I need to
Unless you,
change that picture, but whatever. Um, in California, it's illegal to get tattoos under the age of 18.
hmm
They have lied on her. I don't know if it's any type of paperwork, but they have gone to overseas and they have questioned her, "Hey, can you drink?" But where do they go? They go to Mexico, they go to Puerto Rico, they go to places where obviously they don't care if she drinks or not. And that girl has gone through boyfriends like, I mean, I think she's 18 now. Kid doesn't go to school, dumb as a bag of rocks. I mean, I hate this for these girls because it's the parents' selfishness.
yeah. Oh, she'll still be there. Hi.
They kicked me out. Um,
Oh,
in my opinion, it's the parents' fault. It's the parents' selfishness, and
hmm
they just want the money and they're exploiting their children. If you notice, all those parents are not so good looking and
oh,
they want to live through their kids' lives.
kids. Yep, yep.
And that's how they exploit their children. When I first started YouTube, I my first couple of videos I didn't show my face because self-conscious, didn't want people. But then I showed my face and I shared, yeah, I'm married, I have a kid.
hmm
Oh, you have a kid? How old? Is it a boy? Is it a girl? What's her name? Oh, can I see her? Like, gross. No.
Yeah,
So, not even when
exactly.
she was 18 that she
hmm
said, "Oh, mom, I want to be." No, you're not. You're not going to be. Not because of what people might say or doxing. No. My protection of my child is from these sickos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not Yeah, not because of a fear of doxing or you're gonna
I
dox my
got money
child.
in me.
No.
hmm I
Yeah,
know
but
it
definitely.
just blows my mind. I was watching this documentary thinking this mother has got something wrong with her, and
I mean, it's obvious she doesn't give a crap about her child
oh,
when
absolutely not.
she is the one who wants to dress her up as an adult in
Yep,
skimpy clothing, tons of makeup. The child is obviously depressed because they just want to be a child. For
I felt
me,
so sad for her.
that was the most important thing for me
hmm
raising my child. I wanted her to be a kid. I wanted her to
Yes,
experience the childhood that I had. No I allowed her electronics, but I wanted her to be a kid. I wanted to go out to play, to experience things. And now I have a very successful young lady as a daughter, you know?
yeah. I remember when my daughters were really, really young, and I had got the PC. I was at college at the time. I mean, the kids were young, and so I had the PC in the house, and then it moved into their bedroom, but it was very limited what they could go on or when they could go on it. And they went on this, it was a social network thing, and it was called, was it Habu or something? So the kids would go, it was like they were cartoon characters, and they would walk about like a house, go into rooms and talk to different people. And Stacey came, or my oldest, I should say, came running into me. He said, Mum, uh, I was talking to someone there and they've just asked me my bra size.
Ew.
So I was like, what? So I came in. So I went mad and I was typing. I won't even tell you what I typed because this is supposed to be a kid. But I typed a few home truths. Hi, Pain. Hi.
Why are you kicking me out?
I wish. No, I'm only joking. I would never kick you. Hi, Carrie. But I gave this, whoever it was, a mouthful. It was probably an adult, you know, and it was a kids' site, and it was little cartoon things, and like it was a shame. My daughters had just went on that for the first time, and I went on, gave them a mouthful, and they said to me, "What bra size are you?" Like absolutely no shame, embarrassment, nothing. I didn't know anything about these sites. Like I could go and report them, probably get them kicked off, blah blah. I didn't know that. It was just, but again, it could be somebody from anywhere in the world. But it just showed you. But thank goodness, like she came to me right away and said that this is what this person's asking me. But what a swine.
No, but my daughter used to play Club Penguin. I think it was a little penguin community. That's the only thing I would allow her to.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, but definitely
Yep. Sweet, stop abandoning me.
and stop
What's going on
kicking
with your
me out.
signal?
Stop kicking me out.
But
But
you're right. How serious is this?
yes, definitely. And the exploitation now, they're just getting pregnant, these YouTube families. They're just getting pregnant because that's what gets them the views. They just keep having children just because of the money. Can you imagine a child when they grow up and they're 18 or even 16,
So,
and all their friends know the first time they shaved their legs, the first time they used a potty,
hmm
of a tantrum that they had, when they got their first period. This is what these people document because that's what brings them the money. When the clickbait of, I had to take them to the hospital, you know, nothing is private for these
Sacred, yeah,
children.
nothing sacred. Yeah,
And
it's frightening. It's so scary. But the thing is, it's bad enough that you've got people exploiting children, but when it's a parent exploiting their own child for
yes,
money, I am like, no way.
definitely it's so disgusting that they just have kids. I mean, that's why you see these families now on YouTube, on TikTok, that they have 5, 6 kids and they keep on having kids because the pervs, once they grow up, they lose interest in them.
Look what not my real name said.
Oh, my kid is amazing.
hmm She is. She is. And again, I don't know. When I watched that at first, I was like, what's this about? And I thought it was about child exploitation. I just didn't expect it to be from her own mum.
No, definitely there's so many. And telling their medical diagnoses, their diseases, what the medication that they take,
Yeah, yeah,
under the guise of, oh, I am educating. No, you're not. You're exploiting your kid.
yeah, for
What is this
views.
kid? And especially, unfortunately, the parents that have really sick kids, that
Mhm.
they're actively dying, and you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok documenting this.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, spend time with your kid. Who cares about YouTube? Who cares about, how many views you get, how much money you make? Your child is sick,
I
you know?
think when I was watching the documentary, they said they didn't know if Tiffany Smith was trying to show the absentee father that look at her daughter, she's amazing, whatever. I don't think that's what she was doing. I think what she was trying to say is, look what I've done. I've made such a success of our daughter that I feel it was very much about her, because I don't think she cared about her daughter. Hi, Julie.
No, they don't. They
I don't think she
truly
cared about her
don't,
daughter. I
because
really, really don't.
having kids just to exploit them,
Yeah,
honestly, and those are the ones that have biological children. What about, we haven't even touched the ones that are constantly adopting kids?
uh-huh.
The biggest case, what started all this, was the Micah Stauffer. She adopted a child from China, and she gave the child back like if it was a fridge that
What?
was broken.
Why?
Because when they adopted the child from China, he had a lot of medical issues. Um top of, I think, I don't know if it's autism, or I the kid had issues, and she couldn't deal with him.
Mm-hmm.
She gave the kid away like if he was a puppy.
Oh, it's a
She
shame.
rehomed. She rehomed her adopted son. This is what started everybody looking into child exploitation, because she made her channel, she made millions of dollars off of this poor adopted kid, and she was totally canceled. She had to delete her channel. It was horrible.
What age was the kid?
Maybe 2 3. He was
Oh,
a toddler,
oh, that poor baby.
and she already had like 4 or 5 biological children, but they were growing up. And what happens is, most kids now don't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
When they're younger, you can force them, but when they're
Mm-hmm.
11, 12, they have a mouth on them.
Yeah, they do.
They will not. There's one in the Doherty dozen. She has 11 kids.
Oh,
11.
God.
The oldest one, she has 3 biological, the rest are adopted. And the oldest one moved out. Could you believe she deleted his picture off of everything?
What?
Yes, I am not kidding
For
you.
sake.
She deleted his pic. Like, oh,
Oh,
we're
my
10 now.
God.
We're 10 now. We're still the
Rub,
Doherty
rub them
dozen,
out.
but we're 10.
Rub them out. Oh, my God.
Yes. So I think one is, her name is Zoe. She's like 12 or 13. And mind you, I don't watch this. Hi, Just Beetle. I
Hi,
don't watch
Sophia.
them. I don't watch the Doherty dozen. I watch through the Dad Challenge podcast, where
Ah,
he
okay, okay. He
blurs
just
their
goes along.
faces. He's very respectful, because he says, I'm going to talk about them, but I'm not going to exploit them.
Yeah.
This needs to be seen and heard, but he blurs out their faces. But one of them, she's like 11 or 12, and you can see her face how disgusted she is.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't want to do it. And this is what happens when they reach that age. They don't want to be on camera every single day. I mean, this lady posts on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube
Well,
every single day.
it's their job, isn't it? It's became their job, or that's what they think.
Yeah, I understand. It's like, I understand that a lot of creators have, I mean, if I would have time at one point in my YouTube career, I could have left my job.
Yeah, yeah.
100% I could have left my job. I was making good money.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people ask me, oh, why don't you, what happened? My life,
Yeah,
my kid, my husband, my family was more important than me making
yeah,
money.
yeah, absolutely. And I respect that. Completely respect that. Hi, Corns Mom.
No, but definitely I love watching him because he calls them out. He has they have tried to sue him, but his advantage is that he lives in Canada.
Oh,
So, he can say whatever, not whatever, but almost anything he wants, and they can't touch him because he's in Canada. They have tried, and those people have money. Those creators make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month.
but it's
And
crazy. Like, he wouldn't be exposing them unless they were doing something wrong. You know?
yes, not my real name. That was the original, that was the first YouTube family. Vloggers and influencers, the Saccajonellis, or however you say it. So, hey,
Hi,
my
Lauren.
that Lauren Marie. So, what happened with them is that everybody got bored of watching the same thing. What did
Yeah.
they do? Now they say that one of their kids is transgender
Oh,
to get more of the views. And you can see the kid. He's like, what? Oh, I'm transgender. It's obvious.
oh, it's a shame.
I know it's horrible.
Oh.
And now he's non-binary, or it, not that there's nothing wrong with that, but
I mean, he's
he's
confused.
doing it for
He's
money.
just confused. That's a shame. He's confused because he's been told. Oh,
Yes. It's crazy how all these people make so much money exploiting their children, and
hi,
YouTube
Patrick.
does nothing. YouTube gets rich off of these
Yes,
people.
yes.
Hi,
Because
Patrick.
if that's the money that Piper's family made, 500,000 a month, then you can only imagine what YouTube actually made from.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm,
So what's happening now, like Piper got demonetized, and now like they found that loop that if they put links into corn sites,
mm-hmm.
then they don't get as much traffic as they used to.
Yeah.
And it's like a cycle. You see one video, it pops up on your feed and you get interested, but then I used to watch them, a couple
Mm-hmm.
of these family YouTubers. I knew their kids' names, I knew what they wanted to eat. And once I saw the Dad Challenge podcast, that is truly a parasocial relationship. Like, why do I know that this kid likes to eat popcorn, for example? Or why do I know this? I shouldn't know this.
Oh dear.
Yes, it's yeah. That's why, thank goodness that when I started my YouTube, I decided, nope, my kid or
You're
my
not doing
husband
that.
aren't don't have anything. This is my thing. If I want to expose myself to YouTube, I'll do that. But no, I protected my child.
Yeah. I'm just, I can't believe how people like CPS are saying, okay, everything looks fine, but surely they can look at those videos and say, it's not just exploitation, this is sexploitation. These kids are sexualized, they're being encouraged, and it's not acceptable. It's really, really not acceptable.
So
But
there's also the moms, the white moms adopting or having biracial children that are also exploiting the kids.
yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame.
April and
They're
Davy.
taking these children from homes where they would just be loved and cared for the way they should be, and for views, for money. It
Well,
just makes
look
me
at
sick.
Ruby Frankie.
Oh, she.
Look at what she did.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched her,
No,
but
I didn't. I watched the story after it kicked off. Truth be told.
yes, because of that YouTuber that I watch, and he's
Hmm.
pretty cool. I messaged him once. I sent him an email about something that was happening that everybody knows, and he gave me really good advice. He was pretty cool, you know?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. He gave me really good advice. And yeah, the fathering autism is another one. I mean, fathering autism, they live here in Florida. They have a nonverbal autistic daughter. And it went to the point that they showed how the daughter uses the bathroom, how she showers.
Oh
Why do
no,
we have to know that?
no, we don't.
That's not education.
That's just bullshit.
But definitely, this is a big thing. And if you go down a rabbit hole and watching everything that these people do, and I boycott now. If I see an influencer exploiting their child with a product, I won't buy that product.
There's a woman I follow on Instagram, and I've had really mixed emotions recently about her content. And like her and her daughter have just moved into a house, and they're Irish, and her daughter's a little sweetheart. She's got long red hair, but I can even tell now the daughter's really she's acting. She's acting. And the mother's like acting with her, and it's all this giggling, and they say things at the same time, and I'm like, and I can see this has been annoying me actually for a few weeks. Uh, that I can see it's constant, and like, and they're getting stuff. Like they've just been given it. The little girl was to go and pick her own bed at this bed place, and they gave the mum a new bed, and they're doing. And I can just see, I can see the exploitation of this kid. I can see it a mile off.
Exactly.
And she's a single mum as well, and I just worry about who's going to try and enter her life because of that little girl.
But
It's just
how many stories have we heard of? I think it was also, damn, always Florida. In Florida, this stalker for a girl on YouTube, he went to her house.
mm-hmm,
Thank
mm-hmm,
God the dad was a cop and he's no longer with us. So, I mean, it gets to that point.
yep, yep. Mm.
But
Yeah, it's a lot.
definitely
It's a lot.
it's exactly pain. No, I would never allow. Now, yeah, she's
Oh
grown, do
my
whatever you
god!
want, you know,
Like
but
not my real name wrote. There was the white lesbian vloggers who adopted three-quarter black children, then drove family off a cliff. Oh my god!
that is insane. But yeah, I mean, and it's I would say it's in the hundreds of million, even $1 billion. This industry of women, it's mostly women that exploit their children, and it's it's just crazy how they I don't understand how you could do that to your child.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter, I know how protective she is of my grandchildren, and that was one of the first things. The only thing uh, she said was, "Please don't post anything online on YouTube about the kids." And I was like, "Absolutely not! Like post the kids on YouTube." And I was like, "Absolutely not," because that's her fear. It's not just. It's about people using their pictures,
Yes.
using their images. It's about there's so much attached to all of this. That is why I can't go over Tiffany Smith sending her daughter, her 11-year-old child's dirty underwear to men. Now, what the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with that woman? That like she needs locked up.
And those parents had the perfect opportunity to get her in jail. But they sold out their kids as
They
well.
did sold out. They did sell out. I cannot believe. Even the sister-in-law, well, the cousin, sorry, her mum, daughter was upset because she wanted her day in court. Oh, hold on, sweets. I'm coming for you. Hi, you're
My
back.
God, Anne, don't hate me that much.
So now her daughter said that she was upset that she didn't get her day in court. No, I'm not joking. You need to watch this. Sweets, didn't she send out her daughter's underwear?
Yes, she did.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
She was also sending out her daughter's pictures, probably a bit more risque than what was
So
online.
because there's this app, I don't know the name of it. They mention it in the series where they pay for exclusive pictures, and she is posing her daughter.
Yep.
You know, they get exclusive pictures of their kid.
So she was selling these or sending these exclusive pictures to Megan, who ran her fan page, but Megan was an elderly man. And
Yep.
Megan was buying like Gucci bags and really, really expensive presents for the little girl.
Yeah,
Megan was calling up and the mother was saying, "Oh, Piper, it's Megan on the phone," and passing the phone to Megan, to Piper, to speak, who was a kid, to speak to an old pervert. To me,
I know.
that pimping out your kids. I'm sorry, that is pimping out your kids.
You know,
I was really
it's
disgusted with that. It's called Bad Influence. It's on Netflix. Not
I'm
my
gonna
review.
give up with freaking Restream. I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm next to the router.
It's not letting you on. Oh.
But yeah, this is something that I love speaking on this because something has to be done. You know, it's so sad. Look at Ruby Frankie. Look
Yep.
at the children, what they went through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they just got caught. Just I can't even imagine what all those children go
Yeah,
through,
because
especially the
that child,
adopted.
that they get caught because that child escaped. If that little boy had not escaped from her friend's house that day, she'd still be online and making money and exploiting her kids and lying. Crazy. It's absolutely fucking crazy. You still there, sweets? Exactly, Kirsten. And Kirsten, it probably is a creeper. Yep, I agree, PMR. Do you, Dreamy? I don't know. I'm not seeing you any longer, sweets. I was seeing you, now I'm not seeing you at all. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, thank you for coming up. Again, it's something, as I said, I watched this documentary and I was absolutely appalled. Appalled. The things that she's doing. Hey, friend.
Hey,
Hi, how are you?
I am about 10 sheets in the wind, but I'm good.
How's your mum?
Everything come back negative.
Good, good, good.
So she's doing good. Everything come back negative and everything. But oh, Kelly, cut that off for me. It's showing your thing. Okay. Anyway, I can't get my computer to connect to Addie's mom's thing because I'm up here at her house. I've been up here for I don't know how many days, but me and her have not lasted past 7:30. We've been passed out by 7:30
Oh, why?
because we've been drunk.
Have you had fun though? Have you let your hair down? Because you really deserve to let your hair down. Ah,
Off for some reason.
I don't know
Okay,
where
there
this
I
keeps
am.
dropping. Have you been letting your hair down though? Because you deserve to let your hair down.
I have, and last night,
What
Addie,
happened?
Addie's mom, because when I come up here, I sleep with her. And last night, I kept playing with her face while I was asleep. And then she kept waking me up because I wouldn't get off of her. I wouldn't get off of her. I was laying on her.
Are you trying to do what I did? Are
Would
you?
you also?
I said, are you trying to do what I did? You trying to jump ship? Ah, what is going on? I know, I don't know what's going on with this bloody. I haven't drank for a while now. I don't know how long. Maybe a couple of months, maybe. Maybe. I think it is. Actually. Oh, Corn's mom came back. I know. Savage and Cat have a lot of fun, so they do. They do have a lot of fun. And I wish I'd bloody caught Heidi's reality quiz. Was that good? Okay, Corn's mom. Okay, I'll give you the link. I don't think that's the link. Hold on. Copy, paste. There you go. Try that one. I'm drinking bubble tea. Does anyone like bubble tea? Yay!
Yay, I'm back.
Yeah,
I ain't
she's back,
touching
back,
nothing.
back. What,
Yes,
sorry?
he's back. I said, I ain't touching nothing. So that way I don't mess nothing up.
So anyway, you were trying to touch Addie's mom in bed.
Yes, I was trying to touch her and she kept waking me up and was like, what? Like one time I woke up, she woke up and I was taking a picture because like
No! Bubble tea. So it's like, I've got a mango flavoured bubble tea. Oh,
restream, but it keeps reloading me.
yeah. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's wrong with it. It keeps reloading me. And I'm
Yeah, I
not even
think it was doing
touching
the
it.
same as sweets.
I think so.
Yeah, it was doing the same as sweets. So are you having a nice time away?
I am, but I think I'm gonna have to go home tomorrow instead of Thursday like I wanted to because James has been in the hospital since I've been gone and I gotta take mama back to the cancer center Friday, so I
Is
think I'm gonna have to
James
go
okay?
home. Huh?
Is James okay?
Yeah, he's okay. They it's his lungs like it is every year. And I think he said something earlier about me coming home tomorrow and instead of me coming home Thursday, so that's probably what I'll do because then that way it ain't that much on Devin. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put too
Yeah,
much on my son.
yeah. No, I understand that. Ah, no. Bubble tea is lovely. I love that little burst.
It cut off on me again.
I know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's this, my computer, or Restream. I don't know what it is. It's so annoying.
Thank you, Julie. I love you. Mwah.
Ah,
Julie's so sweet. She says I have
yes,
an
Julie's
awesome
very sweet.
accent. That's what you call country bunking.
I don't. Oh, I actually love your country accent.
So what's been going on? Because I haven't been online in like a week.
I haven't really been doing lives. I'm just. Mm-mm-mm. I'm just avoiding the bullshit.
I don't blame you. I
It's
don't
not worth
blame
it.
you.
It's actually
Nope.
not worth it.
It's not. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your, your
Energy.
energy. And the thing of it is, when assholes do shit like that, no matter who it
Mhm.
is, they just do it just to get a rise out of you. And once they
Yeah,
realize they can't get a rise out of you, then they quit.
that's it. That's it.
Well, except for Maria, that bitch don't know when to quit. I'll probably drag tomorrow for that one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm totally done with that. I'm just. Oh, Julie, thanks.
Blame you so.
Right, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Like I said, oh shit, Kelly, I just knocked every bit.
Oh, I'm sorry, Colin's mum. I'm going to sign off. I was going to sign off. Anyway, it's not you. It's me. But I'm going to sign off because it's 12:30 at night here. I'm working late tomorrow anyway. But I just wanted to do a wee couple of hours. So thank you so much to everyone who came in tonight to watch. I really appreciate that. And go and, if you haven't seen it, watch Bad Influence on Netflix. Honestly, it's a really... Hi, 11. That's okay. I'm just leaving. It's a really, really... I think it's an important and interesting documentary. Worth watching, though. Definitely worth watching. So thanks, everybody, for coming in. I don't even know what to play.